Hey everyone. So as you may or may not be able to tell, depending on how much you watch my videos, I just got new glasses. Um, it's, I can't decide if I like them or if I'm okay with them. And you might be asking, well, if you're not sure, then why did you get this particular pair? So here's the thing. The last pair of glasses that you'll see in the vast majority, if not all of my videos, because I had them for over 5 years, they were this pair. So this is pretty much the style I prefer, where you got fairly narrow lenses, and then the frame is a bit like sturdier, so that it's not going to get all like bent out of shape and has to be adjusted all the time. I guess as an example, I'd show like Rivers Cuomo, the lead singer of Weezer, like his glasses, where they're sort of the generic like black frame geek, but they're not hipster. Those frames are not very much in style, and these frames, they've seen better days. Like, it was starting to discolor on some of the sides and the front. The lenses are all kind of like have permanent scratches on them because the store I bought them from sucked. Basically, they've seen better days, so I definitely had to get new frames. I couldn't just put my new prescription in these. And I had put off going to the eye doctor for quite a while, mostly monetary reasons, because when I first moved down from from Rhode Island to North Carolina, Rhode Island I had a full-time job and everything, and then when I first moved down to North Carolina, I was unemployed for a year, and then when I did get a job, it was just a minimum wage movie theater job. It was only later that I got promoted to a part-time manager there, which still doesn't pay very well, and then it was only almost a year ago now that I got the full-time job I have now, which pays me enough to live and stuff. So finally, with that job, I was like, all right, well, it's time for me to go see an eye doctor again, get new glasses, and that sort of thing. But even like this style, which is my preferred style, wasn't really in style when I bought it. This was like the only frame I found after like going across 3 stores when I had to get this prescription. So I went down to just the optometrist, the local lens crafters, and got my eyes checked, my prescription changed. You never realize how much your prescription changed until the first time you put on the new glasses, and I just got them a couple hours ago, where you thought you could see clearly, and then you put on the new glasses and you're like, oh, everything's crystal clear. Fuck, how did I ever see with those old glasses? And it's like, well, I passed the DMV test when I moved out to North Carolina, so they were fine then, but yeah, when I went to the eye doctor recently, it was like, I didn't realize my glasses were that bad. Maybe some of those movies did have better visuals than I reviewed them to have. But I went down to the local lens crafters with the optometrist there, got the new prescription, and when you go to the optometrist who's right next to the lens crafters, they always like want to walk you across because, synergy, try to like cross-sell you. So the lens crafters at the local mall, which is like down the road from me, they had a very poor selection. They basically only had like 2 like half or fourth walls for men's lenses, or yeah, men's frames rather, and they had like nothing. Because the thing is, the type of glasses that are in style right now, like they're not necessarily over wide like hipster lenses or anything, but they are trending toward bigger. So whether they're like the thin like wireframes like I have now, which I'm not particularly a fan of, or they're even like the thicker like generic nerd frames like I have, or even like the ones that are, they'll have the top, but then like there'll be like no frame, it's just the smoothed down lens at the bottom, which I'm not a fan of that look either. So they'll still be giant like on the eyes. So I'll try them on my fairly small round egg head here that I got, and then it ends up like dwarfing my face, or it looks like I'm wearing fucking like giant goggles. So, but I'm like, no, I'm looking for narrow, and then I'll pick like a frame up, and I'll think like, oh, these are narrow, and I'm like, no, I put them on and they're fucking huge. It makes it very difficult to try to find frames that are of the type. And then a lot of the frames, I don't particularly like these like very thin wireframes, because the problem is with them is they'll get bent. Like, even you might accidentally fall asleep and you lean on them, or just leaning in general, or if I go see a 3D movie, I have to put 3 glasses over. There's just any number of things that can get them all bent out of whack. And then when the frames get all, like, askew and everything, one eye will be up to the other, and then, because your entire face is the glasses, when you get new glasses, you're pretty much putting a new face on, which is why I'm not sure I like them, because if you have glasses that you don't like, I mean, you can just run out with your prescription and get another, pair for like $200. But it's pretty much like, if you don't like them, it's like, well, I guess I'm just stuck being ugly for the next 2-3 years until I go back to the eye doctor and my prescription changes. So that's one of like the plights of the glasses wearer, is that it's not just about like an accessory, like a shirt or something that you can like take off, or a hairstyle that can grow out or you can get cut again. It's changing your entire appearance, and it's not permanent, but it lasts for a while. But I don't like when the wireframes get all askew, and then you tend up looking like Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes, where one eye just makes everyone look at you as if you have one eye above another, and you're like, you're staring at my eye. So I prefer the thicker frames like my old pair, where it's a little harder to get them askew. And otherwise, I hate the nose pads. The nose pads, they always get sweat and gunk in them, and they have to go in with like a paper clip or something and get the gunk out. Or what really worked before, I don't own one right now, but a water pick will just spray all that stuff. I should buy a water pick just for that. But which also seems kind of a superfluous expense. So anyway, I got these glasses. I'm colorblind. I think they're red. I'll come a little closer in the sunlight. You probably can't tell even in this. I mean, they seem to be like a shiny metallic red, but they could very easily be green or orange. I don't know. I'm red green colorblind, which is odd because red and green are my favorite colors. And if it's glaringly green or glaringly red, I'm fine to see it and notify that. But if it's something where the texture or there is a little weird, or it's like a green that's trending into a darker color, or the red and green are right next to each other, my eyes have a hard time distinguishing. The guy who's the producer of the Kingsman movies and Kick-Ass, he has that, his studio logo is a colorblind test, and it says Marv. I can't see that. When it comes up on a movie, it's just a bunch of dots to me. Like, I actually have to pull up the logo on Google Images, and then a couple of them, if I squint, I'm like, oh, it says Marv. I was wondering, because for the longest time I'd see that logo in front of movies, and I'm like, well, I'm colorblind. I don't know what the name of your movie I don't know what the name of your production house is. So now I'm doubly annoyed by how many fucking logos are in front of your movie. So, but they're thin, and I can already tell that, like, I can't even tell if they're truly even on my face right now, or if they're just totally askew. So, like, they could be crooked, and then I always have a hard time fixing them, and I foresee a lot of glasses-related bullshit for me in the very near future. Also, while the other ones, the fine thick black is definitely, like, stereotypical nerd is much more my aesthetic, like narrow, thick black lenses. This, I don't know, when I first looked at myself in the mirror with the lenses in, because obviously I was trying out a bunch of pairs in the store, and I was like, this is the one I hate the least. I didn't end up getting them at the Lens Crafters. There was another store in the mall that had a much bigger selection called Vision Works. They still didn't have anything that jumped out at me like, yes, that's the one, but I was at least able to pick some options. There was nothing I ended up liking at Lens Crafters, even though I tried a few, but at least at Vision Works I narrowed it down to like 4 or 5 different frames, and these were the ones I kinda sort of were okay with the most. I'm like, fine, I'm not gonna run to every other mall in the triangle to try and find glasses that are my specific. And then ordering glasses online is just a clusterfuck because, I mean, even if they have the tool where you can line up the glasses with your face and everything, until you actually put them on your face, you never know what they're going to look like. So that's kind of out of the way. Glasses are still one of the things, at least to me, that you kind of have to buy in person. Glasses and mattresses. The two things you can't trust to buy online because you just can't tell until you've experienced them a little bit. So I got these, and the first time I looked at myself with them on, I sort of like, I look like a bourgeois German supervillain from a James Bond ripoff, which is a lot different from the stereotypical like nerd glasses I had. But, I mean, I'm okay with them. I'll stick with them until my prescription changes. I mean, I could always buy a second pair for security or whatever, but I can drive fine with these, so these are fine for, like, my second pair that I just keep in, like, the glove box of my car. But, I don't know. I mean, people might be asking, well, you know, why don't you get LASIK surgery? Well, or why contacts? Well, because I like glasses. Specifically, and it's fairly well known for those of you who have watched me for a while. I have this fetish for girls who wear glasses. I know the redhead one takes up more. People like talking to me about that one a bit more, but I like girls who wear glasses. That's why when I got my, I haven't really showed this off in a video yet. And I had nerd glasses put on her because I like girls with glasses. I also like redheads. So I combined some loves. Anywho, so it would seem odd that for me to abandon glasses, but also I like how my face looks with glasses in general more than just without glasses. So either contacts, which are a fucking hassle. Everyone I've known who has contacts just fucking hates that you have to take, either you get the ones you have to take out every day and put in the solution, or there's the ones you can wear for like a month straight, and everyone fucking hates them. I just don't want to put something stupid in my eye. And LASIK, I mean, it's only the one-time surgery, but having to be awake and have your eye stretched open and try, like, don't move your eye to the left or else that laser will scorch your cornea. But, and also, what was that Final Destination movie? I think it was 4. I think it was part 4, or maybe 5, where the, yeah. But, I like how my face looks with glasses more than without. So while I probably would look more like Vladimir Lenin without the glasses, I just prefer to have the glasses than to do contacts or LASIK and not wear them on my face. I tend to have a general belief that everyone looks better with glasses on anyway. I used to have this, it was a fake, not a fake joke, but a fake statistic-based joke that I used to say, like, every girl, if she puts on glasses, is automatically 368 times hotter than she would be without glasses. It's just science. Obviously, it's bullshit. It's just opinion. But I do believe everyone, both male and female, just look better with glasses on. Now, granted, if you're stuck with a pair of glasses that don't look well on you, then that might change a little bit, but otherwise, that's why I have a thing for girls who wear glasses. It's, yeah, and it also reflects back on me, where I also think I look much better with glasses than without, and I don't even like the way I look, you know, in general, just, you know, short, bald, skinny, pale dude. I mean, granted, I also like pale girls, but that's neither here nor there. So, I'm trying to make myself look like the women I'm attracted to. I should wear a red wig. Yeah, the struggle is real when you get the glasses, so I don't know. This is my first day with them. I got the new prescription and I picked out the glasses, like, must be 2.5 weeks ago. It took forever to get them. Remember when you used to be able to get glasses in an hour at LensCrafters? This was, obviously this was a competitor, but they had called me and said that the first time they tried it didn't meet our quality standards, which probably meant somebody fucked up on them. So they went back to the drawing board, and like a week later they called me, and then I had to wait till today because the other days my working hours overlap with their operating hours, so I just couldn't step away. So I finally picked them up now, and I'm like taking selfies, I'm doing this video, I'm like, maybe they're okay, maybe, I don't know, but I don't know. So for those of you who wear glasses, do you struggle with the same stuff? Either frames getting bent, problems that what you particularly like in style isn't in style right now, so you have trouble finding frames that you like, the nose pads and keeping them clean, just you know, share your horror stories, or not even horror stories, but just quibbles and nuisances you have as a glasses wearer. So I swear this is not a trick to try to get glasses-wearing girls to comment so I can look at their profiles and subscribe to them. That'll probably happen, but that's not why I'm doing this. I'm just curious. So, and also, hey, if you like my glasses, tell me. If you don't, then I'm sure, well, you don't need me to tell you to insult me. I'm sure I get a lot more of those on YouTube. I mean, I started getting death threats again. I hadn't gotten death threats for a while. They must have aired my episode of Tosh again recently. I always know when they air my episode because I start getting more hate and death threats back on. It's like, oh, someone remembered I exist. Alright, that's all I wanted to talk about. Just a little like, hey, I've got new glasses. What do you guys think about glasses? Struggle is real.